Pirate Rescue Adventure, a ratios review unit. This is a fun way to review ratios with your students. It's kind of a combination of language arts and math. It tells a story and students need to follow the story in order to complete all of the slides. And then it has also some reading comprehension questions at the end for extra points. So it starts with explaining to the students they need to read the story, and they earn points by solving ratio problems. There are a total of 60 points for the entire project. So here the story starts. So a little bit of the story in here. And then in order to earn points, the first slide that they're going to be working on are just some drag and drop vocabulary. So they need to drag each of these words into the correct place in the sentence frame. So they just click and hold on the edge, and then they can move these into place. And learn a little bit more of the story. Then they earn more points by finding 3 ways to type the ratio 5:7. So they can write it with a colon, write it as a fraction, or with the word 2 in between. Now they keep following the story. They need to actually pay attention to what they're reading because they have 10 comprehension questions at the end for some extra points. Now the next slide they're going to be working on with ratios is to drag and drop each of these scenarios into the correct column. They're either part to whole or part to part ratios. So again, just click and hold on the edge and they can move them into the correct column. All the points are on the teacher instruction slide, so you can check that for total points. Then the story continues. Then they earn more points by drawing a line between equivalent ratios. And to do that, they just come up here to the Draw Line tool, select Line, and they get a little plus sign. So wherever they want to start the line, they just click. And they get this line with 2 blue circles. So if they click and hold on one of the blue circles, they can move it to the equivalent ratio. And they're going to do that for each one of these. A little bit more of the story. Then they're going to earn points by filling in these ratio tables. So they have to click in each one of these and type the number to complete the ratio table. More of the story. And then they earn points by creating ordered pairs from a ratio table. So for example, 1, 3, 2, 6, and so on. They continue the story. And then they're going to drag and drop these points in order to plot them on the coordinate plane. So this is just quadrant 1. Here's the origin. And they just click and hold on each one of these. So 1, 3 would be approximately right here. And they're going to do that for all 6 points. Continue the story. Then they're going to type an X in each one of these boxes that show a proportional graph. So each one that they put an X next to has to be a straight line through the origin, and the origin here is in the lower left-hand corner of each one of these. More of the story. And then they're going to change each one of these rates to a unit rate. And then they've got, for 10 extra points, they've got to type in the answer to these comprehension questions, and then they can go back to the previous slides to find the answer if they need to. So a total of 60 points, and again, that's going to show on the teacher instruction slide deck. So this is Pirate Rescue Adventure Ratios Review Unit.